Toon fanatics, and welcome to Toon Corner. And today I'll be talking about the making of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It all started in 1981 when Gary K. Wolfe published Who Censored Roger Rabbit. The book caught the eye of Ron Miller, who was the head honcho of Disney at the time. For the early version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Darryl Van Critters was the animation director, and Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, was the voice of Roger. Some scenes were shot and some animation tests were made, but things didn't really work out, so the film was actually sent to the vault. It wasn't until the mid-80s that it was actually rediscovered by the new head honcho of Disney, Michael Eisner, and his partner Jeffrey Katzenberg, who at the time was known as like the supervisor in the Disney animation department before he went on to do DreamWorks. They looked at the film ideas and stuff like that and got a hold of Steven Spielberg and asked him what his thoughts are for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And he thought that just sounds awesome. So Steven Spielberg became the producer, Robert Zemeckis became the director, and Richard Williams became the animation director. For the live action parts of the film, the actors had to do some mime training so they can make it believable that they actually are interacting with the tunes. For main actors like Bob Hoskins and Christopher Lloyd, they actually had to act with rubber dolls of Roger and the Weasels. Then they take the dolls out, make sure the eye line's correct, and then the tunes will be added in later. Puppeteers were used to create the illusion of stuff like the Weasels carrying real guns or the penguin waiters carrying trays, for example. Robotic arms were used for different purposes, like Baby Herman holding a cigar or Roger smashing plates over his head. Whenever there's scenes that involve Eddie Valiant and Betty the Cab, Bob Hoskins actually sat in a custom-made go-kart where he was acting with a fake steering wheel while the real driver was sitting behind Bob driving through the traffic. For the animation part of the film, Richard Williams and the team of animators were drawing the tunes frame by frame, and keep in mind that no computers were used at all. And what made it extra challenging is that the camera in the film actually constantly moves, so they have to make sure the tunes stay put while the camera is moving. Otherwise it looks like they're slipping and sliding. So once the animation went through stuff like pencil test and ink and paint, then they get photographed. And after that, the animation was sent to ILM, so the tunes received some shadow work and lighting. Voice actors like Charles Fleischer, Kathleen Turner, Lou Hirsch, Mel Blanc, Mae Costel, and June Foray, for example, provided voices for a lot of Toon stars that actually appeared in the movie. Once all those pieces were all put together, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was released on June 22nd, 1988. And the question of the day is, what are your thoughts on Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Just let me know in the comment section down below. Feel free to leave a request. And I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.